Hey there and welcome to the Kuroshi Rider, where first up we're going to be bringing out the grey in the parts of the leathers that I want to be a lighter grey than the rest, and they're going to get a first tier of highlighting where I'm going to mostly be running a denser grey. I'll probably mix a bit of charcoal grey with cold grey, just so it's slightly lighter than the leathers themselves. And oh, actually no, I'm just going to use straight heavy grey, so I'm going to use like a green grey going with the original green colours, sorry. And I'll be back in a second when I've introduced the green grey. It's not a green grey, it's heavy grey from the Game Opaque colour range, but it has a green tonality. It is a grey, but it's not, it's a chromatic grey, so it's a neutral grey, but it's not a greyscale grey, if you like. Here you go then, I've got all of my heavy greys, greeny greys. I did mix it with a bit of the charcoal grey, just to darken it up, so I did do a mix. I wasn't lying when I said I was going to mix the heavy charcoal with the light grey. I just mixed it with the heavy grey. And that gives me the base details. I've kind of tried to use it like I used the orange on the larger plates, but the plates are teeny weeny, so it's been really difficult to do. Next up though, I'm going to start bringing the lighter greys and running the highlights around all of the leathers. So I'll get that done and I'll be back in a moment. Here we go then, I've done the cold grey highlight on the entire miniature. The only place I haven't done a cold grey miniature, so on the leathers and on the bits I just used the grey-green combination. Green grey, grey, heavy grey, green combo. And all over the leathers, it's all just the same cold grey highlight except on the scythe, where I've just mixed a hint of heavy opaque blue in there. So next up I shall start dealing with the reds and bringing them up, and I'll be doing the orange and white cross stripes, so I'll do the orange stripes and then I'll be back in a second. Here you go then, I've got all of my orange stripe working, all down the chest, down the belly. I say stripe work, highlights, shiny bits. So I'm just going to do the white bits and I'll get back to you in just a second once I've done that, just so you can see what it looks like before I apply the red. Here we go then, I've done all of the white highlights. I've even done all the white highlights on the body, on the scythe and everything. So we're heading into final round stuff here, and so what I need to do is I need to paint a helmet red and then re-highlight a helmet. I need to do the glow, the green glow on her, the handle of the motorbike there, and I'll need to do the green highlights on the front to make it look like the glow from the dashboard is actually affecting her. I think I might reapply some red to the scythe itself as well. And there we go, we're almost done. So next up, I'm going to get all those bits done, and you shall see her mounted on a motorbike, all done and ready for combat. So I'll catch you in a moment with that all done. Here we go then, everything's complete, stuck together and ready for combat. I think I've got most things done. So, cool mini or not, you decide. I'm hoping you go with yes. Quite liking these kind of variegated tones with the highlights on the reds. Not sure how well this technique would work with other colours. It might work quite well with yellow, orange, not so much with sort of blue and green, I suspect, unless you've got some very thin green pigments or thin green paints, because it's all about transparency and stuff being allowed to show through, and red paint, yellow paint is normally very thin, has a very poor opacity. Same goes for orange, being a combination of red and yellow pigments, and therefore lacking the opacity of a lot of things. But I think, including like I'll finish twizzing so you can see, including all of the little bits and pieces. Such as, if you look at the sort of the green light shining up onto the chest, so it's coming off of the dashboard there. I think I've colour matched all the handles and everything pretty well, so that the hand holding the handle doesn't look out of place on the rest of the bike. So yeah, I hope this has been of some interest and use to you, and you're painting loads of stuff and it's coming out really cool. Thank you for watching, have a good one, take care, bye bye.